Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is May 2nd, 2022. I am your hostess, Val, or GoAskVal. I am about to play for you another candid moment, dialogue, a monologue to you, my listener. Thank you in advance for all donations, subscribes, comments, thoughts, and wishes of love and great intent as I send them back to you. Some 30, some 60, some 100-fold, and 1,000-fold blessing to those who donate to the Cashapp. $GoAskVal. Without further ado, I'm going to get started. First few minutes, I was reaching out to someone they did not pick up, so I went ahead and went at it alone. And so I'll let it play, and then I will come back and wrap it up. Again, please excuse the poor quality of my Valcast until I can get some better equipment and means to present this valuable information to you. With that being said, let's get right into it. Go back. One moment. One moment, please. All right. I entitled this one Mind, One Heart, One Body, Valcast. But again, I'm basically I'm reaching out to those who will love me simply because I am me. And I've struggled with bringing order and this cookie cutter template for my channels, and not to say that it won't happen in the future, and I would love for it to. But for right now, what I've learned is I need to get the information out there. So this is for people that don't necessarily need a specific topic, but be confident in knowing that you have been divinely directed over to my channel. So, play it in the background, if you will, or while you're at the gym or while you're meditating. My intention is never to say anything that is not prosperous and profitable. If it tears you down, then I promise it should have something to help build you back up. And that's what we do to increase muscle mass. We have to tear down the body, the muscle, in order to allow it to rebuild stronger. All right. Now, that being said, let's get into it. Jefferson, there must be motive. Watson, there must be motive. That confirmation. I'm calling. I'm making calling in. Calling it in. No doubt. Alright, I'm gonna go at it alone. The humor. Why would God reject even the lowest of people when He even allows a virus to have its reign, REIGN, its recognition of superiority and supreme over the economy, over people's emotions, for the drama of it all, the martyr, for those who died to know this information that I have in my head, in my heart, in my soul. And my might, my strength is the blood that courses through my veins. 8 seconds from point A back to point A.
Chris, who is not allegedly physically here on the planet, but he has manifested, as also my nephew Chris and my brother by former law Chris, and a friend of mine that I met far from home, but just to find out we were neighborhood buddies. And so the serendipitous exactness and quantumness of it all excites me. It incites me. It allows me to see what a wonderful, great, and terrible twos world we have when we don't have our answer key. If you don't have your key sheet, then you have speculation of what the author was trying to say. And I know what the author was trying to do. And so we have debate, dialogue, not just with others, but within ourselves. What to do today, what to wear, what not to wear, how to succeed. The goal was heaven at some point. That is up to interpretation. The goal was a dog at some point. That was a written letter. And so the beauty of words that will never hurt us is our imagination and our action towards what we hear and how we translate. And so I just got through watching a little bit snippet of the reason why you were born. And in his report, he kept emphasizing on repeating, you don't remember. You forgot. And my shields are up because I know he can only speak out of his own cycle. And so I had to go ahead and speak out loud, to speak aloud. And I want to bear witness here on his recording as well. You have to make the devil out of a liar. And anybody, white, black, or other, who continues to speak of the negative past without updating where they say that they are, speaking the forward, the now, the forward thinking, whether we are going anywhere or somewhere or now here or nowhere. How do you want to play on your semantics, your semantics? Sperm donors. You can make yourself more or less, but your sperm donor, your storage disk, your Cashapp record. You are a way for us to remember and give an account. And that account is to the moon, the blood, the menses. You don't hold all the keys because you choose to have integrity among a circle. And that circle on earth might have gotten more like an oval or diamond or square, triangle, it may have been reshapen. But when the Bible itself, the book of ancient, the book of ages, the book of sages, the book of can't spell it. You hear what you hear. To know that the Bible speaks of this time, this day, not just as in 2022, as in the millennia, as in the pandemic or post-pandemic. In this day, as in today, the things that I say, the things that I know that I didn't have on the surface yesterday. The saints used to say, a day I've never seen before. Others would have you to believe that we're repeating the same old cycles. Well, that's their test. And my money. I am ready to fulfill all Scripture and draw out the human being, physical person, my daughter, my gold, for everything that I am in purity of heart. She shows in physicality and in spirit, with her smile and sometimes with her grief. My own baby. All the tears that she cried when her sensitivity bubble is activated. And so I better get a view of Michael Jackson's bubble, his prophetic mask, and his hand raised, and his Pepsi situation, accident. But it was kind for God, for the mother bird, that's what I call it. And at some point, Michael Joseph Jackson was not trying to live this life without searching the unsearchable, without going to the moon and loving you all more than he loved himself, this physical life. He was a demonstration. He is a demonstration because he lives in anyone and everyone that wishes to acknowledge. And if you're going to acknowledge, not just, oh yeah, me too, but look at his videos, the ones that cry out, sometimes in victory, sometimes in travail, most times in intercession for us, the U.S., and however else you want to connect. But we have those who act in front of us. We call it Hollywood, L.A. Well, I have A.L. It's my daughter, Alana. Alana, some people call her. They can't help but to try to put that Alana in there. It's good. It's all good. It's for a purpose. It's for a point. It's to bring all peoples, all gods into one mind and one heart. See what the big hullabaloo and the fuss is about in the first place. Who's the best? What? Who's most powerful? What is it? Us Jesus followers, us Christ followers, say that Jesus raised the dead, and yet I don't hear anybody promoting that for a part of their own model after Christ. And every time I knock on the door to try to entertain those thoughts, oh, I'm spooky. Well, stop following Christ. Stop saying that you're clear. The veil was rent on the cross. The split down the middle. The holy vagina. Vag spells my initials, or Val if you're being French. guess I wanted to be discreet. But to be vulgar for vulgarity's sake means to be clear to the audience that I'm speaking to. You say, what's up, blood, when you're talking to your family. However you got their blood. And so I reintroduce the 70s, the slingshot to split the apple on the dummy's head. Somebody wishes to not be here anymore, then you're in there. Stand up against the wall and let somebody target practice. At least somebody that you trust. Get you right, they don't get you down. See if you want to live, see if the adrenaline gets you pumping again. And I'm going from memory. I'm going from what I saw on television, where there was a person telling you to, or as you're watching this, to see your brain as an egg, and now this is your brain on drugs, finding a hot syrup. And the next line was, any questions? And then it goes off, ad council or something like that. And I'm like, what? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of questions. There's too many for your snippet to allow for. And so these things are embedded in our programming, 69ers, pre and post. That's my mark. On my mark is 69. And so I introduce you to myself, Val, 79. Angel 709, Angela 709, many names. Born in this skin, in this era, in this dispensation, in this glitch. I am that interruption. And the glitch. I am the glitch. I'm the linchpin. Sticks back in there and keep your wheel turning.
I'm lit!
In the right direction.
Compass center.
And until y'all blow up my phone, get your phone number 314-498-8208. But do not call me without a gift.
I mean that.
Donations. $GoAskVal. GoAskVal.
50 cents to 5,000, anywhere in between.
I have the mirrors on the wall. I understand, look at the holographic universe. The united verses of the Bible. Not just what Val says. So, that's valuable, that's strength. But it's a book that is still the bestseller.
The guide.
Sometimes this means that it does look like it's been still a seller. Enunciation matters in these times. And being who I am, when I say one word, I immediately see a host of other words and symbols and signs.
Symbol CYMBALS.
Like the real matrix. Oh, I say real, yeah. The real, the REEL matrix.
REAL.
Understand. I have seen. I have witnessed. So that my reputation precedes me. So that I don't have to validate the validator again. I don't have to explain myself. I can show myself. Show myself worthy. Show myself proof. I am in the show me state. I am the show, young man. I am the bloody show. The gore. The big gore.
Bigger.
I'm the Shrek. No. It's not what you think. That green is not envy. That green is how you would metaphorically say, I want money. So, you know, thank you. Well, that goes for, Bill Bixby and Incredible Hulk, the original, as we know it. And being larger than life, the green giant, and the sweet pea being, that me at an early age, me being guided by the quote higher self, the HIRE, you hire yourself, you lift your own self up, you grow, you have a mother. She is your carrot. She is that which puts an object of affection in front of you, an object to be tasted, experienced, and you trust, even if she is on the other side. We almost said 11. My mother transitioned when I was 11, and she was 47. 4 plus 7 equals 11. So that's your 11. That is the wake-up call versus 12 o'clock. So that's the difference. Remember when clocks used to bleep 12 o'clock when they needed to reset? That's not as popular, is it? If you plug in clocks nowadays or unplug them, they have a feature to automatically calculate to the surroundings, to the grid, to the matrix. Again, technology. And it's not, here's the thing, it's not just to use it, it is to understand its evolution so that we'll know our power. Our powers. Power is a level on the rung. You have thrones, powers, all kinds of principality. And it would help us if we took it would help you if we took the S off of the end of us. And so, you being me being we, can and will fix it. We will fit it. Turn our X into a T, to a crossbow. Okay. So I gave my number, I gave my Cashapp. We have more than enough fun to do. Fundamentals. Let's change our vernacular, our knack. Very good. And for those who cannot articulate, we're here to accommodate. We're here to loose the tongue. We are here to vocalize. You are here to vocalize. We all have the world and the power of the world in our hands. It is our power. Whatever the version, the man-like android, which is what android means, man-like. Whether we think it came by the idea of one man or a collective of men in a garage or evolved from one or two into a boardroom. The fact of it remains that
All right. That was a phone call that interrupted the conversation between us. I'm about to go jump in on some films for the IG accounts. Again, we are here. You are here. I'm giving you your assignment if you don't have one. my assignment was to make an assignment. So I am making you an assignment today to figure you out and then to your own self be true. I heard something that I said, and again, like most statements, they can be misconstrued. I said that we were burned with an outcome from of our mother, and again, as I listened to the playback, I was like, "Whoa!" Let me clarify. It was not on purpose, because again, we define what is drama and trauma, and so I'm off the train of trauma bonding with our common wounds, and then trying to top that story, you know. So we've all had situations and circumstances, and uh, it's not failure until again we decide that it's failure. It's not success until we decide that it is success. So I just wanted to clarify that because I have and had a very good mother and very good father, and they've earned their wings. But to show you full circle without having to try to poke into the future, my middle name was given to me, Angelon. Not to boast and brag. I did not name myself, but this is what it means to identify with your tribe. You are that black sheep. You are that scribe for the family. You are that executor. You're the one that's supposed to outlive everybody because you got the money bag. Judas, you got the money bag now. They've handed you the money bag. Where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. Your treasury, your sure. Hold this. Who could hold mama's purse? That thing got heavy. I started racking up on knowledge after knowledge after knowledge. Kept following the, quote, yellow brick road. I'm like, I'm in heaven. These are gold bricks. These ain't rocks. These are bricks. These are 14 karat gold, 24 karat gold. These are platinum highlights. St. Pete is my friend. He was the one who was the angel at the flaming at the gates. I had him at hello. When you are handed the keys of life, when you are handed the principles of life, and you learn to laugh at the most craziest of times, most heinous of times, when you realize that God is your recorder, that we're all our own Akashic records, we're all on our own true man show and true woman show, and it's up to us to show ourselves true and approved unto God. And I knew how, I'll say it harshly, I had judged myself based on the limited reading and the limited reflection of my own self. Remember Simba looking into the water and he's, no, that's not him. You trying to play with me. And then he hit him upside, Rafiki hit him upside the head. Rafiki. God will bop you upside your head. So this decapitation, you can't get to Jesus before you get to John the Baptist. Before you take a bath. Till you go dip down. Drop down, get your dove on, get your eagle on, get your lever 2000 on. Okay, the the word play is endless. But this is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The rain vow. Thank you. This is me paying my vow to God, to myself. I owed myself everything. And I made sure I had decided. Thank you. Hold on, I see your book. Thank you. Shout out to Curtis Jackson on Hustle Harder. Let me get it. Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. When he said, you don't owe anybody anything. And that was a hard word for me because we came from this place of, to God be the glory, and I owe this to so-and-so, and I give credit to, we just keep on giving, and not realizing that we are that flow. We're the ones that would not keep. We're the ones that's spoiled by God. In a rut. In a rotten rut with God. Because we did not demand more of ourselves. Y'all want to be spoon-fed. We got to stop spoon-feeding people. Cancers fall back. Way back. Thank you, sin. We have to use these words and of encouragement and instruction when they're needed. Now is the acceptable day of anything and everything that we do. And I am reminded of that with every breath that I take. And those in the tarot community, the arrow community, you shot me straight to the heart. You got straight to the meat of the matter. The 4 chambers of the heart had been exposed. There's truth in here. There's gold in here. There's treasures in here. Out of the abundance of my heart, my mouth speaks. It peaks. You start raising your voice and going over there. So it sounds like Pinocchio. But line upon line, precept upon precept, principle upon principle. Some people need direction. Some people need to do the 2-step, follow the dots. Mothers, black mamas, Aunt Jemima, Medias, take a pinch of salt, a handful of this. They are the measuring cup. We are the measuring cup. We are the Holy Grail. And you're that first to yourself. The God rail. I ain't want to talk to myself no more. Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. All we are seeing, all we are hearing in our mind's eye, and for the visual aids given to us with pictures of this Fabio hanging on a rock, looking up at the sky, talking to himself. If it be possible, let this craziness pass from me. Crickets. Niggas over there sleeping, drooling, visions of sugar plum dancing in your head while you got to go get on stage, while you got to marry your bride and perform that one night only. You got to rent the veil. You got to enter in. Eli, you lied. You forsook me. You tricked me. Now I got to get a tag along. Now I got to get somebody to agree with me. So he took a thief. Why not Judas? And who was that other guy out there? I didn't mean this to get long like that. What is it, 35 minutes? Can you hang with me for 1 hour? Can y'all rap with me for 1 hour? I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to slap nobody. I don't want to have to
read this script. I don't want to. I need to make this life mine. I need to know that I am real. Let me touch me and make sure I'm real. What is that? Paint me. Mr. Christopher Williams had a song. Y'all sang a little bit of it. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Well, after many years of us singing along and falling asleep, it's time to wake up. Not just wake up, but be coherent. Know what time it is. And I'm not talking about on the clock. I'm talking about on your clock. Your C-lock. You got the key. You are the house. You are the love. You're the one that has to evolve. You're the one that has to change, or you're the one who has to stay the same. Whichever one, you got to keep that same energy. That same energy, that same power you had when you were 2 years old. And see, here's the problem with that for my black people. Y'all call them terrible twos, and now that's what we got. We mirrored some, some clouds, some white clouds. Our Caucasian brothers and sisters. We've taken an occasion. I hear you, alarm. Wake up and hear the alarm. They the one that promoted that terrible two stuff. Johnny, put up the ball. No. Oh, Johnny. Yum yum cookie. And now we the one that's sitting up with high blood sugar. Used to be a touch of sugar. Now it's the whole hand on it. Be thou made whole. Regulate blood sugar. Regulate glucose levels. Regulate. We can't do everything somebody else doing. We calling ourselves black and white for a reason. We want oil in our hair. They don't want oil in their hair. Thou anoint my head with oil. And then what it do? My cup runneth over. You learn what that means in several ways. But one, you pouring the oil on my head, it's just going to run down my face, down to my skirt. They ain't going to hold. You got to pour some more. But they say David, Nathan went to anoint David. And Jethro, whomever, Jesse, somebody, Jerome, lined up all his strapping lads, his 2% body fats, and his, whatever, everybody with their qualifications. But how many of you don't want oil poured on your head right about now? Come on, be honest. I'm talking about no symbolic kind. I'm talking about whole oil, like tarred and feathered drip oil, like they throw ice on people when you won your football game. Who ready for a hot oil treatment? Because of some people, they don't want that. So guess what? They have a different reward. Like I said, they get ice bucket. You give me an ice bucket, I'm going to kick your, ooh. I might go into a crisis. I'm already cold-blooded. I already got the syllables in my cells. My daughter in the hospital right today. I'm not finna see that voice and get up here. I'm not denying it anymore. We carry the sickle. We the one going through the phases. He ain't never did call them St. Louis lunatics for nothing. Y'all crazy. The guy showed me something called a labyrinth. And the labyrinth is like things going around and around, but you only got one point. Center. Okay? So, I'm true north. I'm centered for the black man. We're not interested in no north cold ass North Pole. You know why we got bipolar? Because we trying to hang with the cold weather people knowing that we're southern. I'll go up there for a visit, but my name ain't Santa Claus. So we ain't in that love together. The cold did bother me. Stop. I can't sing that song. The angels can't sing that song. The cold, shit. I belong in warm weather. I'm a crab. Put me in the bucket. Put me back. Can I rename this for myself? Put me back in the bucket, said the crab. I want to write a children's story. Just did. Just like crabs in the bucket. If you throw some water in there, especially if it's nice and warm, you know, some South American water, some Puerto Rico water. Yeah, you can keep me in that bucket all day long. When it's time to crack my legs. Anyway, get the butter. She on the roll. Excuse me. Remember men having spit, tobacco spitting pot? This is nasty stuff that just gross you out. What I learned, if I was going to sit with the boys, if I was going to grow my sword back, I was going to have to grow some kahunas, some nuggets, some spread my, you know. Do y'all get it? Y'all want me to be so explicit? Yeah, this is unnatural for me. We used to, maybe that's the problem. If we talk like this, we talk like this behind closed doors. But I said I wanted to be a comedian for the good, so here it is. I'll tell you one from the other day. My brothers, and everybody is my brother that's black, okay? My brother said, what did he say? Oh, he was talking about the tissue crisis. And years ago, he prophetically spoke, and I heard it in my hearing, that we use too much tissue in the first place. We waste too much money on tissue. And his idea to have an invention was to have what he called the sponge. And the sponge was basically this little kind of receptacle that had this, little effervescent, cleansing stuff in it. It was a reusable body wipe, for your throne room business. And so again, that was years ago, 20, 30 years ago. Come full circle, and we go through a tissue crisis. Got an issue in our tissue. Fast forward a couple of days ago, and we're talking about it. He's he's a prepper. I'm a prepper. We're a prepper. Don't you want to be a pepper too? So the other day he goes, basically venting and ranting about tissue. And I'm trying to form it right. I got to get to the chase. He basically goes, I found the punchline. He basically goes, the problem is everybody's not going to run out and get tissue, or people going out basically hoarding. And then for us who, and I speak for myself, I was one of them. For us who just had a regular, dare I say, tissue diet, we were put inside of a famine kind of situation. We were starving. Anyway, so again, it put us in a bind. And this is my brother's complaint after that. He goes, no, the problem is somebody just going to say forget it and sit up and shit on themselves and die. He said it ain't mine. I'm laughing then, I'm laughing now, because he sounded really upset, like he was going to have to be the one that cleaned it up. And I'm laughing, and I've been there where somebody ain't taking me seriously, and I'm having me a crisis moment, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make a decision on life, and they tip, or they telling me, so what, And so, I'm laughing because I said, do you really want those kind of people to live? Okay, because I get this in context. Because most of the time, with everybody on the earth right now, all the time. Okay, bring me my cousin back. So if we got people here's the context. We get somebody who saw, everybody's hoarding or people are hoarding tissue and there's no more tissue on the shelf and, you don't have any bread to use or nature's leaf, nothing. You just suck. And now, I don't know what this got to do. Why you still can't go to the toilet? Why you still can't sit on the throne? So, I think this is what Mama called insult to injury. If you fall, don't wallow. And if you don't wallow so long. I gotta go get this buzzer. I'm out of town. Your floor, y'all comment in the section. If you made it this far, you're the lucky bastard. Let me know. Do you really want people to live on this earth that gets so mad about a tissue crisis that they just sit there and shit on themselves? Again, talking about no mental health. At that point, getting clarified, there's got to be a mental health issue at that point. But understand something before you judge me erroneously. I dealt with Chrome, and I still have Lucy Goosey at times, on occasion, just to remind me that I'm human. The emperor has no clothes. Well, emperor needs a sphincter muscle. Okay. Hold that stuff in. So anyway, not to get too gross for no reason at all. And again, I can't get more grosser than y'all article written and published talking about poop transfer. Get over the shock factor. But what are we really talking about? Basically, we're talking about the men in the trenches in your gut. Those men, because you don't have any that culture. So you take them from somebody else's gut so that you may break down the lactose or the carbohydrates and proteins and whatever else, those kind of men's and women's and bacterias that you don't have. Okay? So that's what it is in essence. So if we can have more straight talk, I believe we can get through this thing we call life alive. Okay? All right. That was a good laugh. Was it not a good laugh, guys? I won my horseshoe race. Time to bring this horse to the shore. All right. So that being said, I've said enough. And never too much. I love you, Luther. And it's okay to be gross sometimes. Instead of being net. I want to be gross. You hear what I'm saying? I want all my money. Let me become a government of my own and actually cash in those IOUs. Because I got the gold standard over here. I am the someone. I am the auspiciousness. Okay? All right? The invisible made visible. You can't see God and live. You can't see goddesses and live. You can't see mermaids and live. You can't see unicorns and live. People. Y'all say we're all one. I wouldn't attack myself like that. So let's separate the sheep from the goats from the kids. The tricks are for stealing for kids. But you're not stealing my kids. Let my people go. All right, I gotta go. $, GoAskVal, Cashapp me. I'll host you later. Okay, bye.